When you talk about legendary radio presenters, the name Larry Wambua definitely has to feature on that list.
I hope you're listening and enjoying the show like I'm doing right here in the studio, presenting the music to you. My name is Larry Wambua.
After high school, Larry went on to do odd jobs before joining KBC.
Way back in my high school, in another school that is in the 70s, I used to have the passion of listening to the radio. Yeah, I'm a student of high school. And I can remember listening to some of the popular programs at Voice of Kenya by then, especially Late Date. It's the one which I used to be hooked most of the time. 1978, I started tamaking, looking for a job. I left home, Machakos, came to stay with my relatives in Nairobi, looking for a job. Of course, I could do any kind of job, loader. Even I can remember just around here, Kijabe Street, I used to work in like a place there, loading the goods to the vehicle or loading the goods from the vehicle.
He did not join the corporation as a radio presenter initially, but his interest in radio was encouraged by some of his friends who were in radio.
When I came to Voice of Kenya by then, I started doing all kind of job here. You know, there's a lot of job. Apparently, I went to amazing, because now you don't choose any job. I found myself in a place called procurement. So my best friend around was John Obongo Jr., the late Ike Molembo. We're great friends. So we, you know, when you're working together, you have a chat, you say, one day, why can we give this a try and see whether we can make it? So the person who encouraged us to do that, you know, you have to get that encouragement, yeah, is Abdul Haq. Abdul Haq came and said, you know, Larry, John, why can you give it a try?
Encouraged by some of the then famous radio personalities, Larry's journey into radio set off.
As we moved on with that job of mine, that was 1979, 80, 81 there, 82. I could see Voice of Kenya people, they are doing a lot of things. This is the radio, I'm in the radio itself. So I asked myself, what am I doing here in procurement? Yeah. Because, you know, in broadcasting house, you could move from an office to an office. So walking around through the studios, I could walk around, I see by then the most popular broadcasters during those days. I'm talking about early 80s. I could remember seeing the late Job Isaac Mwamto. I could remember seeing Mambo Motela, who is still with us now, the veteran Mambo Motela. And other broadcasters, I can remember Abdul Haq was around, Len Mwashegwa, Eddie Fondo, Saidi Alimatano, the late Saidi Alimatano, many more. Walk into the studios, see them what they are doing. So the interest came more now because of that.
To be able to keep his listeners, Larry used to go to clubs to listen to music and talk to the DJs just to keep up with the latest trends in music.
If I'm talking about a particular musician, let's say Billy Ocean, Santana, or any other kind of musician, so I used to go further, deep. Of course, I do my research through friends, the people who love music. I ask them, can you give me more details about this musician? I go to nightclubs, yeah, once in a while, not all the time. You can even talk to the DJ if they know more details about this kind of musician, or you read more, you just read. You know, used to have some magazine in the city of Nairobi.
In 1991, Larry lost one of his mentors and colleague, and it was a very difficult time for him.
18th day of July 1991. It was crazy. It was, I cannot forget that particular day. I was in one of the studios here in Broadcasting House recording. And apparently, do you know what happened? When I was recording, just somebody just came in. When you record, you can take a break. So to put an insert. So a technical operator, I cannot remember that technical operator, he came and told me, Larry, you know, Ike Molembo is dead. I had to stop that program. I could not even continue recording that program again. It took us by storm.
Larry currently presents the famous Sundowner show that has been very many people's companion over the years as they make their way home in the evening.
Talking about this musical program, Sundowner, you know, we found it here and we are going to leave it here. This is a program we started way back 60s. Before, you know, this place used to be called African Broadcasting Services, ABS. So the people who used to run this station, the whites, colonialists, yeah. So they are the ones who started the program Sundowner. And the essence of starting this program Sundowner by the name Sundowner is in the evening, okay? So the kind of music to be played, yeah, easy, sentimental, easy listening, sentimental, evergreen kind of music, which you listen to one particular song, you'll yearn to listen to another one.
Many people think that making a playlist for a musical show is all about getting songs and bonding them together. Larry says that coming up with a playlist is no child's play.
Actually, preparing for this 1 hour Sundowner musical program is not so easy as people might think. People, they think you just get up, if you have a show, you go to the studio, you just pick any kind of music. No, you start, me, like myself, if I know I'm doing a program, let's say tomorrow, let's say on a Friday and today is Thursday, I start thinking about the show a day before. And I think, what did I play last? Will I repeat what I played last because it's popular?
Over the years, Larry has encountered many challenges in this industry, but he has managed to soldier on.
I can remember during those days, we had not come to this era of technology of using computer and what have you, and internet. We are using vinyl record, you know them, the vinyl records, yeah? So this is the kind of music we used to play here. And we used to play this kind of music using stylus. And challenges were, this kind of music, we never used to get it on time, because what used to happen in Voice of Kenya by then, it used to depend on giveaways from music where manufacturers, music, the companies used to manufacture music. Like CBS Records, we used to have CBS Records, and we used to have another one called what? Polygram. So those people, after they produce their records, they used to give them KBC for free, or rather Voice of Kenya for free, as a giveaways to promote the music which they've been given. So the challenge was, this kind of music, it used to be late, because you find it is produced abroad early enough. By the time it reaches here, it's a month. When we play that particular song, maybe it's a hit in Europe. It was a hit about 4 weeks ago, and now we are receiving the record here, the music, and then we play the music to the listener. We start telling them this is the brand new. But now some who are wise enough, they could know this record was released, or this song was released a month ago.
On comparing the kind of presenters we have now and the ones they had in the 80s, Larry believes that the ones in the 80s were more professional and encourages those without professional training to seek that training.
You can have the talent of going on air, or you can or broadcasting, or maybe you have very good good voice to talk. But now the problem is, we need you people to be trained. What I can say is, many people who talk through the radio, presenters, they are not really trained for journalism. They are not journalists.
Even with his passion in radio, from the production to the presentation, none of Larry's 2 children followed in his footsteps.
My son is a sportsman. He started off playing rugby for so many years, playing for clubs in Kenya. And I think the club which he played for before becoming a coach is Mwamba. My last born, my girl, she's gone to project management, and project management and a bit of modeling, a bit of lifestyle is different, but to our satisfaction. Modeling and hairstyle. She's a hair blogger. Yeah, she's enjoying herself.